What the hell? Half a heart? Dog, this ain't hardcore, this is just straight don't get poked. A common cold is probably instant death as well. Stay safe, dog.
This is straight don't get poked.
I was born to be a fighter, had these dreams and desires. I would be something better, energy, got a fire in my soul to keep burning. A pain that feel the thirst, keep on working, I
saw it.
to the top of this shit. I get lost,
Still gold.
work, sweat dripping I get mad,
I can't. Oh my.
hit the gas, feel the grip, adrenaline, never miss. I'm not patient, but I've learned to embrace it. Cause I've been working, I've been waiting, never complacent. Cause I'm so close, I can taste it. Want it away from everything.
Where the How? Am I alive right now? I'm going that way. I'm going that way. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Oh, I jumped so much just then. Oh gosh, I jumped. What the f... I didn't see him. We're gone. We are out. We are flee with extra flee. Fleeing with extra... Flee! Of course it wasn't about you, right? Right? Of course it was. Is he dead yet? No. Hello, sir. Hello. I didn't get close enough. And I don't know how that happened. Oh no. You can't pull the wool over my eyes. I'm dead. I think a tree grew. Probably shouldn't jump around too much because I was going to say I was going to run out of health. There's something there. I saw that coming. Right, we got this. We got this. Like 2 more hits at best. 2 more hits at... Oh! I did it! I freaking did it! Guys, we freaking did it! Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on in. Well done on being first, Hazzy. Well done on the first there, Rat. Hope you're all doing fantastic. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome in, everybody. Hi. Lots of and the girl in class. Need a bunch of materials. Bunch mob lots. Mob lots. To lead you on. and clicking. Oh no. Has that got anything to do with your previous surgeries and dental work? I'm feeling fucking crook today. Well, I wasn't feeling crook, and then... Time to try and figure out what's going on in my, Hey, Verisai, welcome in Cat on the Gay. Hi, woo. Welcome in. Today's a boring day. As opposed to any other day. Nothing exciting, just lots and lots of material gathering and material placing, really. Fucked up and it's all gone, and I'm restless, abandoned.
Hi.
Hey, Piper. Welcome in. Ah, you dick. Oops. 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 Got it. They are tall, are they? These are just regular trees. I didn't even grow them with, I just grew them. Just let them grow on their own accord. Are they big? So we've got 3 shulkers of leaves so far. Oh, you got new Starlink arriving? Is it set up yet? I asked that actually genuinely because you know how long it takes to set up Starlink? About 3 seconds. Well, in my experience, it was really quick and easy. I find Starlink to be very user-friendly. And their customer support, insane. Their customer support is so fucking good. Every time I've ever had a problem, I remember once, we found out there was bad wiring in the house. We know this because when I turned the washing machine on, the light would start to flicker. And that, in the laundry, was where we had the router. And the router fried. We didn't find this out until later. I just emailed them and said, "Oi, dude, my router's fucking, it's not working." And they were like, "Oh, shit. No worries, we'll send you a new one." And I was like, "Oh, you don't want..." They just went, "Oh, you send us photos of the back, and we'll send you a new one." And I was like, "Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's see what happens." No worries. So I sent them a photo, and they were like, "Oh, yeah, the power supply's been fried. No worries, here's a new one." And I was like, "You didn't, like, this is clearly not my fault, but, like, it's got nothing to do with them. Why do they..." But they were like, no, look, we'll get you back online. We'll get you online." Every time, I've literally had one once where I was just like, "Guys, my internet's dropping out every day at this time." And they went, "Oh, yep, there's a satellite issue. We'll send you a brand new satellite." Literally the upgraded version of the satellite dish, just because I kept having dropouts at 4 a.m. or whatever the time was. It was going on for a while. This is it was a bit of a thing we had about a year ago or so ago. And yeah, it was sick. They sent me a brand new satellite, and I was like, yeah, they wanted to keep me as a customer, yeah, but this is ridiculous. You go to Telstra, and they're just like, yeah. The reason I went to Starlink is because Telstra were like, "Yeah, sorry, we have to wait a month before we can flick the switch to turn your broadband ASDL thingy online." And I'm just like, "What do you mean a month? You just have to fucking connect it." And they're like, "Yeah, but it's there's a bit of a waiting list and things." And that's why I went to Starlink in the first place. So I was like, I'm not waiting a month. Went to Starlink, literally within a week. It was arrived, plugged in, ready to go, and then they rocked up to turn the internet on, and we were like, "We don't want it anymore. We got Starlink." And they're like, "But we just spent $3,000 installing the box into your house." And I was like, "Yeah, well, we didn't pay for it. Maybe you should have pulled your finger out." "Oh, but that was a waste of money." Yeah, fucking oath it was. Fucking oath it was a waste of money. Like, holy shit, you guys sent 3 technicians out, spent 2 hours digging up the fiber optics so we could get fucking the broadband. And then we just said, "Nah, it took too long." And they were like, "Oh yeah, but we can offer you..." What? You can't even get me online without a hassle. I'm not interested in your deals. Like, people can say what they want about Starlink. Their customer service is crazy. And the fact that they get people online, yes, there's some packet losses. Yeah, there's some bits that are a bit meh. But they don't hesitate in getting you online. Yeah, Telstra's a joke. They're just like, we have the monopoly. We don't have to. And it's just like, do you though? Because what I'm seeing is the monopolies, everyone's pissing off. It's kind of like Microsoft. You know, they're like, "What are you going to do? Leave Windows?" And we're like, "Yeah, we have Linux." And they go, "Oh, but no. And we're like, "What? No. Genuinely, what? Like, you can't just keep fucking people over and then get surprised when they leave. You know?" And that's what Telstra does, Optus does, all these other bigger ones. And it's just like, mate, you got one job, get me online. Starlink did it in 30 seconds. I plugged it in, I turned it on, I got the app on my phone, I connected it, and then it said, "You have internet." And I went, "Really? That's it?" And it's like, yeah, you're online. Yeah. You just had to sign in on your phone, that was it. Plug it in, sign in, you're on. You don't have to make a weird phone call to customer support to switch you. No, none of that shit. No, literally. Just log onto your account on your phone. You just got to download the app. Oh, fuck yeah, cool. So I'll possibly swap to Linux, but not yet. I'm on the research of swapping to Linux. Hey Cynthia, welcome in. I'm on the research of swapping to Linux, but I hate change. I was actually watching a video today on OCD. Well, not a video on OCD, but it was a video that mentioned OCD. Somebody that had it, and I never really considered it, but it makes a lot of sense. Now, I'm not trying to be I'm not trying to Google diagnose myself and be like, "Oh yeah, I've got OCD," but I'm sitting here going, "Oh no, that makes a lot of sense," because I fucking hate change. change? What's your language? I don't. My language. My language is normally inappropriate and vulgar. Most of the time, yeah. Hey Kimmy. Hi. Welcome in. But like, yeah, I want to change to Linux because I'm just so sick of Microsoft, but I hate change. I hate it. And with OCD, I figured it out. Like, I do have OCD. I've noticed that for a while, but I've always just been like the generic OCD. What is OCD? Okay, you know, you want things to be clean and tidy, and it's like, that's not exactly what OCD is. It's a little bit different to that. And I was watching it, and it was like, oh, no, that makes a lot of sense. This is why I don't do a lot of things that are change. Like, you know, like in my streams, it stays pretty the same. That doesn't change. There's a lot of things that just stay exactly the same. And it's kind of like, look, and it's one of the reasons I only play Minecraft and stuff. I don't like new games because I got to figure shit out. And then I've got like everybody on my back being like, you know, just putting their opinion in, and it's something I can't handle because it's different, and I've got to map it out. I've got to figure it out. I've got to figure, you know, like, I need to understand the situation before I can just be comfortable. And I was like, oh, okay, I thought it was just anxiety. And it's like, well, what is OCD other than anxiety of change? It's just the body's way of saying this is different, and I need to bring things back down to familiar. It's not familiar. I have a compulsive disorder that requires everything to be understood and the same and kind of thing. So yeah, it's just so the idea of moving to Linux, like I do, progress is key to development. If you don't move forwards, you're not going anywhere. You're going to remain stagnant, and you'll never improve. You'll never be a better person. You'll just be who you've always been. So you got to change. You got to move forward. You got to embrace it. It scares the shit out of me. I don't want to do it. Nope. Oh wait, no, I need. I've still got one too many. Bugger. Dude. Yep. I did that thing. Mello's in. Hello, welcome in. Let's freaking go. No, the amount of times. Are you gonna play Minecraft, or are we just chatting? And it's just like, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. Oh, did you guys see what happened yesterday? I did a dumb. I'm gonna keep, I was thinking about it literally last week about trying to find the last time I died on this world, because it's been that freaking long. Like, it was literally over a year ago, the last time I died on this world. And I was like, I really need to find out when I died last, because I don't know. I could not think of the last time I died. And then yesterday I did something dumb. Yeah, it was funny. What's up, Mr. Crumbs? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Oh, we got one name tag left, which works because we can go mellow. We can go mellow there, and then we can go with that one, that one, that one. And if I go to give Nips this head, then that gives us that head. Phantasmic. Now we need some. I think I got armor stands over there. Nah, I do, eh? And I wonder how I die. I want one of those. I want one of those. And I want one of those. And put that back. And north. Get good, scrub. Straight. Playing fucking Hypixel with absolutely no life achievements whatsoever. No, that is so true of those people. Yeah, they come in, oh man, and it's just like, and what have you achieved? It's like, shut the fuck up. We go dirt. You want arms, eh? Boop, 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 boop. Let's frickin' go. Thank you, Mello, for an entire hecking week of watch time. Let's go. Welcome into the Noble Institute of Phenomenal Spectators. Thank you for joining. Thank you for hanging out. And with somebody that's probably got, I think, maybe 3 in total messages in my entire, I think you got about 3 chats in my entire history. Well done. No, that's insane. Haven't played Hypixel in like 3. Oh, I do. I used to play Bed Wars just for shits and giggles, but that was I never enjoyed Bed Wars. I just enjoyed fucking around with friends. It's the same as playing Mecha Chameleon or Among Us or any of those, I just like fucking around with my friends. It was never about the game. I used to enjoy playing Hypixel. It was funny because every time we get on there, because I'm colorblind, Riley was an absolute fucking smartass. Absolute fucking smartass. Hope you're doing well, Norm. So Riley would come in, and the second we would start the world, right, he would be like, we're green, we're green, we're green. And I was just like, right, cool, thank you, appreciate. Because I genuinely could not tell the fucking colours. So Riley, being a smartass, because I'd be like, what colour are we? And really, Nips? Shut up, I can't tell the difference in yellow and green, okay? They're exactly the same fucking colour. They say they use green, then they use lime. Lime is not green, lime is lime. Just use green. I can tell the difference between green and yellow. I can't tell the difference between lime and yellow. So yeah, every single time it was so funny. It was just like, we're blue, we're blue. It was like, oh, cheers, mate. Smart ass. It really helped though. At the same time, as much as he was being a smart ass, honestly, we would never do any, if he hadn't told me, I would have done poop. Did do a build battle for a friend's birthday. Oh yeah. I'm not good at PvP. I'm not good at any of these things, and I don't care for them. But, I'm also not good at a lot of things that I enjoy doing with my friends. Just because I'm not good at it doesn't mean I can't enjoy it. I'm not good at pool. I'll still, stand in the middle of the pub and challenge everybody and be like, I'll get you, mate. You got no idea who you're up against. Do you even know who you're versing? And they'll be like, no. And I'll be like, oh, mate, I tell you what, I got no fucking clue. Well, as long as I'm having fun, I don't give a shit. Doesn't really matter what the game is, as long as you're enjoying it with your friends. And that's where Bed Wars was for me. What idea do I have for your floor? I'm actually still working on that. one. I've got an idea in my head, but it hasn't formulated into Minecraft just yet. It's better at PvP, especially with the mace, but not for a competitive aspect. Just for fun. I wouldn't mind, like the whole fact that the mace exists in the game and I don't know how to use it, because it's, it is kind of I wouldn't mind. And then, I wouldn't mind being better at PvP. It would have made playing UHC with Blunding on the weekend a lot easier. I cannot believe how much I fucking butchered that, eh? Oh, I could have done so much better, and I didn't realise until I died and Soup told me. Because what I didn't think of is that I had a bunch of spawn eggs in my inventory after Soup died, and I didn't know they were there. I could have dropped them onto people. So Soup was my teammate, right? Soup was my teammate, and Soup had a bunch of husk spawn eggs and a few other things. But while we were tree hopping, trying to survive, I was like, Soup, quickly, jump over onto this tree, And I broke the leaves in front of the tree, and then she went to jump across and missed and landed on the ground. But in saying that, she got bopped by the zombie. So it kind of, when you get bopped by a zombie and it throws off your jump, you don't jump as high, you half jump. So yeah, she got bopped and did this half jump, fell down, died, fall damage, and it was like, no! So I killed the zombie, went down and grabbed all of Soup's stuff, and Soup had husk eggs, had some reasonably good stuff on her. And I'm shitting myself, I don't want to die. I lost my teammate. I'm shifting everywhere. As soon as and I saw names. It was Calvin and not Hyken. Calvin was there and somebody else. Can't remember who it was. But I just saw them, and I saw one of them was on 1 heart. Calvin was on 5. And they were in a cave. So I came in. I was shifting, and I'm like this. I'm doing these ones. And I'm trying to look into the cave. And I'm like, right, cool, there they are. And I went, right, let's go. And jumped down and bang. And started slashing my sword. I was on top of them. They were in a cave. I could have just dumped a bunch of husks at the door. I was on top. I would have been completely fine. They wouldn't have been able to get to me. and they would have been stuck in a cave with a bunch of husks going at them. I could have killed both of them. Instead, I dropped down, missed Calvin, and I do blame lag on this, and I'm not even ashamed, because there was video evidence of lag on the server, and it's just a part of, you know, being Australian playing on a European server. I'm not being a whingy bitch. It is a factor. And when I jumped on his head, he'd already moved. So I ended up just jumping onto the ground, missed him, and then I looked in front of me and I saw the other person. I can't remember who it was. I saw them, they had 1 heart, so I took a quick swing of them, they died, and then I hid in the corner, and then turned around, and I'm trying to whack at Calvin's feet, and he killed me. I was like, no! And then when I died, Soup was like, Nips, you had all of my spawn eggs. I thought you were going to drop the spawn eggs in there. We had creeper spawn eggs, we had husk spawn eggs, we had ender dragon spawn eggs. I think we had ender dragon spawn eggs, unless that was another round. Might have been it. Nah, that was that round. It was that round. Yeah. But yeah, it was like I had all these things and I just didn't think about it. Because I was crouching, I never went into my inventory. I never looked in my inventory to see what was in there, to see that I had anything worth. Because I was too busy shitting myself, holding shift to make sure I didn't get, you know, wasn't seen. I didn't want anybody to know I was around. The last time... Oh, wait, no, another one. The last time somebody saw who I was, Stam come up and beat me in the head, and I was like, oh, what? I didn't realise it was so hostile. I was not prepared for hostile. I never am. I'm never prepared for somebody to come up to me on a server and swipe me with a sword. Ever. And as much as Blunding was saying, yeah, you know, but I didn't understand the whole last one surviving... I didn't fully understand the whole concept of it, so... Yeah, when Stam came up the first time... I think Stam won the first one. And when Stam won the first one, I was like, oh, I guess we're being hostile. I don't like this. I'm not good at being deceiving and, you know, trying to kill people and ending there. I'm not about that, so I did struggle with that. It's not my mentality of, how do I kill somebody? What do I have that can stop them from playing? You know, it's just not how I function. I'm more of a, how can I help this person type mentality. Less how can I... So, in the end, Luna Cupcake, I think, won both of the single player... both of the team rounds. One on Saturday and one on Wednesday. Blunding won the Saturday single player event because he cheated. And Stam won the first one. Can't remember who else won them. But of course he cheated. How do you think he won? He was invisible. He was invisible. I don't care if it was part of the game. I wasn't invisible. It's look. It's like somebody actually said to me, they go, oh man, I'm actually surprised how far you get. And it's like, that was a really, you know, backwards way of saying you have no skill, thanks. Yeah, he didn't cheat, but there's some really cool fun buffs on it. So before you start the round, you pick these variables that can happen while you're playing. So there's one, and it's like random crafting. There's upside down crafting. There's random drops. There's things like that. So if you mine this, you won't get the azalea leaves. You'll get, I don't know, a netherite block. It was ridiculous. So it made it so hard and so fun. One of the buffs was superhero. I think it was called superheroes or something. And in it, everybody got a superpower, and it was either like, I got double health, which meant nothing, having twice the health. Sounds like standard UH modifiers. I would disagree. It sounds nothing like a anything I've ever heard of for UHC whatsoever. I was completely, nothing I can't say it was even mildly, intuitive or predictable in any way. So saying it's standard means you've got a completely different perception of what a UHC is and what I have of UHC. So I did not expect any of this, no. But it was really cool. So yeah, anyway, Blunding ended up being invisible. So there's 3 of them ended up being invisible, and they were the last one standing. Yeah, maybe rephrase, because I'm looking at it going, standard UHC. To me, it was a lot like one of those fucking. It was a lot like a modded server. Yeah, I felt it was very modded type feel. Didn't feel very. I mean, it did feel vanilla, but it was kind of like. It's like when you jump on those servers and they're like, oh, we got factions and you can earn money and then you can get a higher balance and you can earn ranks and stuff. And I'm sitting there going, nothing of this is even slightly actually appealing. I actually get more turned off the more of that stuff I see. So I do avoid that stuff as much as I can. The second I join a server and they have like floating writing in front of my face, I just log off. No, it doesn't sound anything like a standard UHC. That's why I'm confused about it. I mean, like, yeah, because I rocked up like UHC, yeah, okay. No regen. And hardcore. That's all I had to expect. The things I didn't expect were the buffs and the hostility. I mean, the hostility I kind of should have expected, but like I said, it's just not in my mindset. It's just not my mentality to be like that. So, but yeah, no, I found the buffs and stuff to be as cool as they were. It was exactly what I would normally. I'm like, because it was an event, it was a bit different though. You know, it was a 1 hour event, so it wasn't a permanent type thing that was going to. And it was fun. It was fun. Definitely nothing I would consider permanent. But for an event, yeah, it's a lot of fun just for a bit of a, kind of like when I was playing with Carlcrafts when every 10-second TNT spawned and we tried to beat the End Dragon. That was a nightmare. Oh my god, that was a nightmare. UHC concepts which involve modifying. Oh, okay, so. Oh, it sounds like standard modified UHC. Right. Yeah, so it sounds like, yeah, standard modded UHC. Okay. I don't play modded. Yeah, modifying the base UHC, including randomizers, extra health. Yeah, I don't play modded, so that's why that's why I don't. It's completely because I don't care for modded. Yeah. So yeah, it's like you're saying it's standard, and I'm just like, oh yeah, standards are modders. Standard UHC has just been like, yeah, that's it, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, modded just. I mean, everyone can play their own way and stuff and play their own fun, but modded overwhelms the shit out of me. And that there comes down with like my OCD thing I was talking about before. Hey, Swifty. Hi. But that's what I was saying, like, coming down with like the OCD before. That's why I don't do mods, because it's too much change. I can't deal with it. Oh, but it makes it more fun. No, you're changing everything. I have no reference point, no familiarity. I don't want, like... No. No, it's not fun. No, it's actually the opposite of fun. How can I be a good mod girlfriend with ads? It's alright. There's not much to mod here anyway. 2 strand. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it, yeah. But, yeah, I was just reverting back to the OCD thing. I bet that's why I just don't do modded. Like, yeah. Yeah, they do. That's why modded is such a huge fucking thing, yeah. That's why modded is such a massive, I don't know, thorn in my side. Haven't done a UHC before personally, but like I said, yeah, watched lots of it, yeah. Yeah, I want to do more. I want to do more UHC with, with blending a mob, because that was a lot of fun. I like that. That was a lot of fun. Do I start? Rain and Blood. I haven't done a lot of events. I was actually like, I was super, super, super excited when I got invited to this event, because I never get invited to events. I was like, oh my god. Okay, not I never get invited to events. That's not entirely true. I've been invited to Inner Realms games nights. I got invited to City of Nations, which is probably the biggest server participation I've ever had. So I can't say I'd never get invited, but I rarely do get invitations to events, so I was very excited when I got that one. I was like, oh my god, I get to play with all these homies. And then didn't really actually play with them because, you know, you spend the whole time trying to avoid them because you have to kill them. And then if you do see them, you kind of just kill them anyway. Like when I went up to kill Blunding, that was so funny. Hi Blunding, I'm really sorry I have to do this. And he bops me on the head. I planted a creeper right next to him and ran away. And you just see him scream. And I was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have to do this. I'm sorry. City of Nations. Oy vey. Okay, you're going to have to rephrase those two words. Oy vey, the one that I took part in was... Oh, yes, no. Okay, I don't actually know what you're trying to say, but I do know what you're referring to. Yeah, no, that was... yeah. No, that was not. That flopped hard. That flopped fucking hard. I'm scared if I ever host a server to have that happen. Like, to have a server where you've got 200 people online, and then you get DDoSed, and the whole thing gets cancelled within the first, 3 hours because nothing fucking works. It's just like, oh, bro, I do not, yeah. I do not, yeah. Good morning, Snowy. Good morning. Oh, it's Yiddish. Yeah. It's like nah. There is no direct translation for nah. It was, yeah, like, honestly, and you heard how Queen and I were hyping it up. Like, we were not prepared for that level of chaos. We were not prepared for that. We were prepared for something completely different. It just, shit happens. Shit happens. I'm probably butchering it. You need to say it in Yiddish in order to make it actually sound like otherwise it just sound like a twit. How be? I'm not answering it. Nothing personal. I'm just not answering it. We all just sort of stood around and yeah, exactly. It was like, do we wait? Is it going to get fixed? To be fair, they got fucking hit hard with a DDoS. Like, they got fucking massively smashed with DDoS. So, what do you do? Is it this one? I think it's this one. 1, 2, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4th. So this one. Yep, like that. There we go. Yeah, that's it. That was... I do put like that down to a lot of the factor, but yeah, it was not the only factor. It was far from the only factor. But anyway, no, some servers didn't run too well. But I tell you what, Blunding's server that he hosted was saying to I cannot remember. Is it Fob? Fob, I think, was one of them. Blood, I think. I'm not familiar with all the names of the developers who helped out with it, but holy shit, they did a fantastic job, eh? Like, holy jeez, the whole thing was just incredibly well done. Very incredibly well put together. Like, there's no, like, the only problem anybody had on the entire server wasn't even a problem. The only problem we had with the server, and everybody would probably say the same thing, is when we got teleported from the lobby into the world, there was a bit of a delay. Like, there was a fair delay. It was, could take up to, 10 seconds, and you would be watching as everything was freezing and trying to catch up, and then each person would individually get teleported, and it was like, oh, did it affect the gameplay? No. Was it kind of just like a loading screen between games anyway? Yeah, it was no difference to playing any other video game, and it's like, okay, we're just in the loading screen for a second, just wait for us to get dropped into the map. So, really, honestly, the only bad thing of the whole server was there was a bit of lag in teleporting us onto the world. If that's the worst thing that happened on the server, that's a hell of a success. That is a hell of a success. It's like, oh no, it took a little bit to log on, but once you logged on, there was zero problems. I had a personal issue with my voice chat mod, but that was a personal one. I believe that's a client-side, I believe it was a client-side mismatch of mods on the server. So I think I might have had like a slightly outdated voice chat for the server, and it just didn't synchronize. I think that's what it was, because nobody else had voice chat issues at all. And if nobody else had voice chat issues, if it was only me, well, we know what the common variable is, don't we? Well, it's me. That's easy, no worries. So what do? Okay, well, just check my stuff. But it only happened for one of the games. Didn't happen the second round. But yeah. I should really put this in my inventory instead of that one. Yeah. In my blood. I don't think you spoke Yiddish, Piper. I thought we actually. I think I spoke to you about it before. I think you said like you don't like. It's not a. It's like something you'd use rarely or something. I remember we had a conversation about it. Something in my head just tells me I'm sitting there going, wait up. Why am I having conflictions? Just bits and pieces. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yep. That makes sense, yeah. I thought so. I think the only Yiddish I know is from Mel Brooks. Yeah. Well over 10 minutes ago, at least. At least. The things I remember. And the things I don't remember. Jeez, the things I do remember. Random bits of information about somebody and but it's etymological, so it's very stimulating for me. Quite like language. Except for that twit that came in the other day. He wanted to try and speak Arabian to us. That guy was a twit, though. Please don't use Arabian in the chat, mate. None of us speak it. But I'm Arabian. Okay, mate. But yeah, but none of us speak Arabian, unfortunately. So can you just stick to English only? But I'm Muslim. Nobody fucking asked and nobody fucking cares. English only, please. As much as I love language exchange. Do I mean Arabic? Did I not say Arabic at first? He said, yeah, I'm Arabic. Yeah, he says, but I'm Arabic. And I was just like, oh, that's great, I don't care. And then he said, but I'm Muslim. And that was like, and we still don't care. Arabian, oh, sorry. Yeah, he wrote in Arabian. Ugh. Yeah, okay, fuck you. Words. But yeah, it's like, I can't read I can't read that language. It's like Sanskrit. As much as I appreciate it, I still can't read it. Far and wide, I see to myself, I sometimes do. You're going to refrain for commenting? I'm curious now what your comment was going to be. I'm curious. I'm under the impression it's either conflicting or either way. You know, you're not in harm's way with me. If you want to send me a DM, because I'm like, oh man, now I don't know what you said. Now I want to know what it is your brain's doing. Waiting years. This is like one of my first Maiden songs I heard. One of them. Like, yeah. Mind you, it was a cover. Okay. Okay. Did I butcher that one? I did a little bit, but... Oh well. I didn't butcher it, I just went higher than was needed. Ba-da-da. Wasted years. So I can stand. What the fuck are you guys doing out? Like, really? Is it... Oh, it's just that fucking bright down here from all of the frog lights. I was like, why is it not look nighttime? Oh, it's starting to get darker. Oh my god, you know what? Yeah. Please? Fucking please? That would be awesome if we could fix the fucking lighting updates. Look at my roof. Look at my fucking roof. Look. Fuck. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Remember we used to fucking install phosphorus because it helped with the lighting engine? And then we didn't need to install phosphorus because they fixed it. And now I'm sitting here going, why don't we install phosphorus anymore? Because I'm looking at it going, I remember we stopped installing phosphorus because, or spark I think was another one. There was a couple different ones. But either way, the point is, I'm sitting here going, I've actually got a vague memory that they addressed this and fixed it. But now I'm looking at it going, clearly they haven't. Or did they fix it and then fuck it up again? I mean, that would not be surprising. Would not be surprised. But yeah, I swear we fixed all of the update, the lighting update stuff with a mod. And then I swear that, yeah. Maybe I'm just, what do you call it? hopeful. Why is my quartz and pale oak dark? Well, pale oak is dark. The quartz? At the moment, which is entirely stairs and slabs. Oh, yeah. If you're lurking, thank you, Snowy. Appreciate. Yeah, it's like... I have it on this thing all the time. And you know how I fix it? Look, this is the painful thing. Look, here we go. Fixed. Fixed. It just needs an update. And it's like, bro. And then I'll fly away, and when I fly back, it'll be broken again. Because it will have unloaded. And it can't figure it out. Because it's on a fucking chunk border. It's chunk borders. Now, it's... Is it this one? And then it's this one. And then ends at 2. And say 77. And then it goes up by 2. So yeah, that's that. Just like that. Oh, the strip logs and those ones aren't meant to be? True. True. How strange, yeah, and how easy it is to fix. It's just like, all you need to do is just tell the game to just put the lighting in. So it's kind of like, hey, you know when you enter a chunk? Maybe every now and then there should be like a lighting update check just to go, hey, is all the lighting... Oh, let's just update that quickly. Or just, you know, update it constantly just so it doesn't break. I don't know, but there's got to be a way for it to... I never felt so alone again. Just you wait and say. And is a welcome dream. Are you feeling alone? I guess it's just another night alone. Underside of mine, which is currently meant to be in darkness, has almost a highlighted drop shadow. Highlighted shadow. Hey Velvet, welcome in. Oh, you guys, are the blurps, can you guys tell me, are the blurps still, like the blurp sound effects, are they still in the redemptions? I spent an hour today trying to get rid of those. I spent an hour trying to get rid of them. It was a fucking nightmare, and I don't think they're gone. I think they're still there. Like, I've removed them from Blurp, I've disconnected my Twitch from Blurp, and then I've Like, yeah, I've removed the sound effects from Blurp and disconnected them. And as far as I'm staying, they're still there. And I've also removed them from stream. I can't get rid of them. I can't get rid of them. I don't know how. and I do have people that harass me about them. This is a point of anxiety. I honestly, I don't ever want to hear the word blurp. It's getting to a point, like, by the time I try to, after this, remove the blurps, I've considered, instead of, chasing this any further, I'm just gonna make it so that anybody who says the word blurp in stream gets timed out. So I don't have to see it, because I don't want anything to fucking do with it. All it's ever been is a headache. Fucking the worst mistake of my streaming career was adding blurps. Like, if anybody ever says, hey, should I add blurps? I'm going to say right now, don't fucking go near them. They are the worst thing in the world. They are a fucking nightmare. Navigating it? Nah. It was, yeah, I'm just... Yep. Don't add them. Don't even sign in. Don't even entertain it. Find any other route possible. If you want blurp because something it offers, find another company. Find a different company. They're not worth it. Go anywhere else but them. Never, no, honestly, don't go near them. Don't go fucking near them. They are not worth anybody's time at all. And if other people have had it really, really good, well, I don't know, this is my whole thing when I keep, this is why I hate streamer bots, new interface and stuff. And it's like, this is the OCD. It's like, it's not user-friendly. It's not intuitive. I spent an hour going over their fucking website, percent of the revenue. I don't know. Because I'm trying to get rid of them. I don't use them. We installed them once, and there was a lack of control on my side being able to do what I wanted to do. So I went, fuck it, let's just turn them off. And we turned them off, and now I can't get rid of them. How do I get rid of them? When you get onto the dashboard, there is no remove, there is no option to remove redemptions. I removed the sound, the redemption's still there. I then disconnected my Twitch after removing the sound. I then logged off. I then removed all of these blurps from StreamerBot. There is no evidence of these I can find, except for the fact they're still there. So yeah, this is and people may have had good, people may have good things with them, and people may be able to, navigate it. I couldn't. And it caused me great fucking anxiety, and I've regularly got people coming into streams complaining to me that there's still blurps in my things and I need to get rid of them. And it's just like, mate, I don't want to fucking hear it, because I can't. I genuinely can't. If I could, I would, because I don't want to ever hear that word ever again. Oh, blurps have completely ruined so much for me on this. It's kind of like it's similar with stream elements. So I tried to get off of that as much as I could. It's a similar thing. It's just like, guys, it's not user friendly. It's too hard to navigate. Now this is all also my personal experience, which, as I have found, is very unique, because this is one of those things that people regularly do tell me just have to get over. Just have to get over it. And it's like, just get over the fact I can't. No, that doesn't work like that. So yeah, Anyway, yeah, the blurps are still there, so I'm going to have to try and find another way to get rid of them. Maybe I'll just start a new channel. I'll start a new channel and then I'll take content creation seriously and actually be successful. Woo! Bye! Hey Rex, welcome in. How goes it? I don't have a purpose in life. I wake up every single day not knowing what the fuck I'm doing, wondering if I should just go kill myself or just go jump off a bridge. Most of the time when I wake up, I walk around the house aimlessly going, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Trying to justify not logging off permanently. Struggle to eat at the moment. Struggling to take care of myself. Have no purpose. Can't see a week in front of my future. If you were to ask me what are you going to be doing next week, I'll be sitting there going, fucking, I don't know, hopefully alive. We can only hope, because if I've got anything to do with it, probably not. What I'm saying is, I don't see a purpose in living anymore, and right now, I'm surviving on guilt. So yeah, there's that. Like, that's pretty cool, you know? The only reason I actually do stuff is because I don't need the guilt of people telling me that, oh no, but you've got something worth living, you can do it. I'm just like, oh yeah, fuck it, I don't care. Sounds like your opinion. You ever walked in my shoes? No. Then shut the fuck up. I don't care for your blind positivity. All it does is just fuel my anxiety, because it just makes me feel more and more worthless. Like, oh, what, you can do it and I can't? Oh. So yeah. Anyway, we got ads coming up. Actually, there's ads playing right now. So, if you gotta grab yourself something to eat, drink, sleep, stretch your legs, grab beds, go to bed, make sure you guys do what it is you gotta do. I'll be right back. I'll see you soon. Alright, we're back. I was actually I was trying to keep an eye on the ads, but I completely missed them, and then suddenly the ads were playing. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that if you, you're a bit of a late one on it, but you got that. That one. I'm gonna see these trees in my sleep after doing this. Wait up. Why have I done this one wrong? Oh, I haven't. Okay. Don't know. Me wonder how many shulkers this is all going to go through. I should have seen how many oak leaves I've placed before I started the trees. And I could figure out. I still want to one day get a schematic onto this build and figure out all of the resources required to build it. Because I have no idea. I can look at my statistics, but they're misleading in the sense of, you know, this isn't the only build I've used using these materials in this world. Like, with the deep slate bricks, tiles, I use them in, a few of my other builds. So, I can't really look at my stats for that. Oh man. How do I keep forgetting to do the roofs of these things? Go away. Maybe I gotta sleep. And out to get you. Hey, Sage.
Hi.
Hello. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, now I gotta... Yeah, I'm a little bit kind of like, oh, with that. I actually, like, went to bed last night. It wasn't like, oh, okay, you know, when's the next game? When do I have to set my alarm? It was just, oh, I guess I'm gonna go to bed. It was weird. Oh, I'm happy with that Spain won. The game was a little bit lackluster, in a sense. Like, mega props to the goalkeepers. Because there was some fucking cracker shots. But yeah, no, the fact that Argentina didn't start playing until the second half was disappointing. I did enjoy Spain's aggression. That was good, but yeah, fucking Argentina didn't rock up till the second half. It was kind of... And then even when they did rock up, it didn't really matter. Spain was all fucking over them. And then they tried to play defensive. It was too late then. You already... Not too late, mate. But... Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it, Rex. I mean, I kind of understand it. Like, I was listening to the commentary. They actually pointed it out very well. Like, in the third place playoff, there's nothing to lose. There's nothing to lose, you know? It's just like, you didn't win. It's the playoff. Oh, yeah, coming third is great. But you didn't win. So, it didn't really, you know? So, people went a lot harder in the France-England game because there was no major stake on it. It was only a little stake. And it was like, oh, no, that makes a lot of sense because as much as Spain came out like a shower of shit, and they were taking shots from well outside the box. Like, holy shit, Spain were a threat. But, yeah, and then I did find it funny. It was, so they go into extra time, and it's the 105th minute, and he goes, right, time for a quick hydration break. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to go to the toilet real quick before the second half plays. And then I'm walking back from the toilet. It's literally 105 minutes and 40 seconds. And they've already scored. And it's like, bro, I went to the toilet. What the fuck? You guys were on break. And I missed the goal because I thought that taking a poop break during the hydration break would have been enough time. Apparently not. But, yeah, the game was lackluster. It was a good game. It was tight. I mean, until Arsenal started getting a bit fucking, you know, violent at the end because they realised that they were going to lose. And they were like, no! 10 goals is wild. Oh, well, like, I think they actually mentioned it, that 9 goals was the previous world record. I'm pretty sure 9 goals was the previous world record for the most goals scored in a World Cup match. It was either a World Cup finals, or, yeah, World Cup finals. And I was just like, yeah, nah, for real though. I said the game was over at half time and it was 4-0, and I said, okay, 6-1 is going to be a high scoring game. But 6-4, I counted England getting 6 because I said, look, they're not going to get another 4. But I didn't expect, you know, fucking France to get 4. That was cray-cray. That was crazy game. That was a really, really good game to watch. But, yeah, the other one was much kind of like... There was a lot of stuff going on. Like, a lot of plays. Spain walked all over Argentina. Like, yeah, Argentina did not rock up at all. Not until the second half. And when they did, it was too late. When France rocked up at the second half, that was not too late for them. They were actually threatening. It was just like, oh shit. I think it was 3-4 at one stage. And it was like, oh shit, France could actually get third. Holy shit. But, yeah. Hey, Scooter, welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back. Yeah, so the World Cup game was... The grand final was, yeah, a little bit, but the playoff game, that was a fuck. And now, because FIFA's done their first season of VAR, they've just fucking broadcast to the entire world their corruption, which is fantastic. It's like joy. So now there's an investigation on FIFA. It's only about 30 years overdue. But the funny thing I find is that the investigation, like, it's always been a conspiracy that FIFA's corrupt. It's always been rumoured and shit. But it wasn't enough proof. You know, you could see it in some of the recordings and stuff, but it wasn't enough. And now, FIFA are like, oh, we're going to broadcast all of the refereeing through video, so you can see every mistake we make, and you can see where the decisions have become personal. And it's like, oh my god, you guys are literally advertising where the corruption is. Like, you cannot say that was a fair... Like, some of these games were fairly refereed. Like, look at the fucking... Egypt got like 7 yellow cards in one game. The coach got a red card for disagreeing. And I don't agree with that yellow card at all, with that red card at all. The referee was out of line. And that's where, yeah, a lot of this investigation is going to come in. There's too much conflict of interest, too much money involved. And I gotta be honest, I don't think Argentina should have made it to the finals to begin with. As far as I'm concerned, the only reason Argentina made it to the finals is because Messi was a headliner, and he brings dollars to the company. Without Messi, there was less chance. I mean, personally, I think they should have put more money on Haaland. I reckon Haaland would have got him a lot more money. The amount of memes that guy's got running around with him. He's the new fucking prodigy. They should have just fucking focused on Haaland if they wanted dollars. But no, they wanted to focus on Messi. Got him to the finals. Yep, congratulations. You got Messi to the finals. Now what are you going to do? Because the cunt didn't touch the ball in the first half. It's like, it's all well and good having the best player in the world, but if he doesn't touch the ball, what does that matter? So yeah, well done FIFA for, you know, dragging Messi all the way to the World Cup, to the grand finals. What did that achieve you? A lot of fucking shit. They're getting a lot of static out of it. It's the same with the NRL. They broadcast everything, and when something gets found, they do a press conference and say, whoops, we got it wrong, and everyone is okay with it. But there's certain things, though, where it really... Yeah, I think you might be right. I don't want to say that you are going to be right, because I don't want that to be the case. But I think that's just a case of me not being able to handle the truth. Let's be real. You're probably right. Like, it's the same as when the cops fuck up and they release a press conference and go, the police officer did as was trained, and we take no. And it's just like, you fucked up. Just take some fucking accountability. Just take some fucking accountability. Holy shit, it's so hard to get that out of people these days. People are too worried about their image that no one can actually just sit there and be like, you know what, I fucked up. And then when they do, and then if they do come out and they go, oh yeah, I do fucked up, then, and if people don't accept it, they sit there and go, but I apologized. Why does everyone because you fucked up. Words don't mean shit. Actions speak louder than words, mate. Start being a good person. Like, I've never had somebody ever, you know, accuse me of corruption. You know how I avoid getting accused of being corrupt? I just don't be corrupt. And then when I fuck up, I take responsibility and I own it. And if I don't, I apologize. I should be doing that. I try. Sometimes I don't notice. But it's not, yeah, it's not hard just to, you know. We're working on today. We're doing the garden, big fuck off garden. Ready for Spain? Yeah. I just didn't want to see Argentina. I just got sick of Argentina. Like, I like Argentina. I like Messi. I just got sick of it. It's just like, guys, for fuck's sake. You know, it's just standard media, though. You know, they froth over one player, one actor. It's like Jack Black's in the movie. It's going to be a fucking box office. Why? Because that one person doesn't make or break. Sometimes they do. Like, you couldn't have The Mask without Jim Carrey. Okay. You know, sometimes you can't. But if you're relying on one bit of fucking skill like that, let's look at it like this, right? Messi is one player. He is 9% of that team on the field. Then he's only about 5% of the entire team because you've got the 10 players on the bench and everybody else. Like, Messi is 5% of a team, and people were relying on him to win the game for him. 5%. What about the other 95% of the team? What, are they just fill-ins? Did you just grab them from the academy and say, oi, can you just give Messi the ball and hopefully we'll win? What about the rest of the team? Hey, Eve, welcome in. There's no accountability. Yeah, none. No. Money speaks, yep. I have more accountability at my factory job. Yeah, straight up. Straight up. It's ridiculous, eh? Would go give Argentina the cup so Messi stays for one more to complete the fairy tale World Cup hat-trick. Oh, because, wait up, did Argentina win the last two? Because I know Argentina beat France last World Cup. Did they win the one before that as well in 18? If they won I don't know who won in 18. I know that, yeah, it was France versus Argentina last one. I know that, but yeah, I guess there's been no teams actually won the World Cup 3 times in a row, have they? Because that's actually huge. It's not 3 years in a row. That's 12 years. Like, that's actually crazy. Like, yeah, doing something once is big. Doing it 2 times is huge. Doing it 3 times is insane. Doing it over a 10-year period, it's like, bro. The last one, if they won this one, it would be 2 in a row. So Messi stays for 2030 to win a third. Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah, if they gave him the second one, it would... Mind you, the guy's like 40 years old. Look, I'm not saying he's not capable. And I know that, like, the oldest player ever in the World Cup was like 50. And I've seen plenty of 45, 50-year-olds run around that are way fitter than me. But I am saying that compared to a 25-year-old... Huge market. It is all marketing scheme. It ruins it. It's like, this is literally why I don't watch WWE. Because it is entirely acting. Yeah, Ronaldo was 42. Yeah, that's it. Like, bro. Like, this is literally why I don't watch WWE. And it was like, oh, I love wrestling. And it's like, it's just acting. You know? I can go watch The Expendables. That's got acting in it too, and violence. You know, I could go watch, I'll go watch 300 or The Immortals. You know? I can get plenty of violence and acting in movies. I don't need to go watch fucking wrestling, watch a bunch of people dressing up in tights to do it. 42 at the next? Yeah, oh, okay, so he would be, yeah, eligible, per se. I mean, like I said, like, I think it was American Samoa had a 50-year-old goalkeeper. I think it's the record, is the oldest player I think it was American Samoa, 51 or something. Yeah. Fucking, I was looking at some of these players, in the World Cup. And you're looking at them going, some of these kids are 19. They haven't seen a razor blade in their life. No fucking joke, eh? I'm looking at them going, bro, did you make sure you get all your homework finished before you went overseas? You know, did you clean your room before you represented your country? you're a fucking child. Like, these kids, they've got baby faces. I'm looking at them going, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, these, like, I'm looking at it going, I'm twice their age. I used to play at almost their level. I almost played at this level. I did play semi-professional. Maybe not World Cup, but still. And I'm looking at it going, when I was 17, yeah, I had the ambition because I was 17, I was playing in England. I played on an exhibition tour for Australia. So that was really like fucking sick, and I was 17. But playing on the world stage, and these kids have got their heads screwed on. They're not just like idiot kids who are just running around being dickheads like I was when I was 17. I didn't stop running around like a dickhead until I was 30. Like, yeah, so it's just crazy seeing these. But I guess that's like similar with. I see this with a lot of different things in the world. You know, like I remember looking at my apprentice when I was an engineer. He was 17 years old. No, sorry, he was 16 when he first started. And by the time he was 17, he'd bought an SLR Tirana. Just the shell, no engine. $50,000. He's 17 years old. And he's got an SLR 5000 Tirana. And it's like, some kids just pull their heads in earlier. You look at people like, yeah, I know, right? It's just like, bro. And he's got his missus who had a successful company, and they were both saving up to get a house together to move out. And I'm like, this kid is fucking 17. And he's already got a fucking fiancé. They're planning their life together. He's already bought his fucking dream car. He's saving up for it. Oh, bro. And yeah, 7 fucking teens. Kids like that make me feel ashamed of who I am. Make me feel like I'm going nowhere. Because it's like, bro. And then you look at like other kids like Tommy Innit. Like when Tommy Innit became big in Minecraft, he blew up. Like in a year, he got, 5 million subs. He went from a 17-year-old kid to one of the biggest sensations in the world overnight. Well, kind of, very close. But then you look at the way he handled it, he didn't go ballistic and shit. He was just a kid. So then when he grew up and he got like 20 years old or something, he was like, okay, I'm going to go do stand-up comedy. And it's just like, some people they've just got some incredible skills and incredible head screwed on. And then there's people like me who are just like, I'm just going to play video games because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm a lot older than 30 anyway. And yeah, and it's just like, and these kids are like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm going, at least you're doing well. Some people just have their heads screwed on a lot better than I ever did. You learned to drive in a 1970 Tirana? Or I learned to drive in a 1982 Datsun. Hey, Silver. Welcome in. How goes the rest of the stream? How goes the terraforming? Were you terraforming? You were terraforming today, weren't you? I swear you were. Welcome in. I hope you're all doing fantastic. Oh, I cannot say 4Carat. Is that your name? 4Carat? I don't know. It's a very difficult one. Hello in movement. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well, mate. Give me a second. I'll just finish this tree and I'll show you guys what we're doing. This is my biggest project I've ever tried to do. Ever. And it's been a very long ongoing process. And right now we're working on the garden, the trees. Hey, Big, welcome in. I had to switch to Java for the net. You had to switch. What were you doing on Java? Wait up, Mullet was on Java? This is what were you... I got so many questions. I'm just like, wait up. You play on Clockcraft, and Clockcraft is Bedrock, or is it Java Switch or something? Two of my worlds are... Okay. Did you get banned off of Bedrock or something? Oh, no. Stream was good, but you had to switch. Did you get banned? Oh, okay, so you just prefer Bedrock. I thought you were a Bedrock player who just... Oh, okay. Okay. Cool. I thought you were just a strictly Bedrock. I've never seen you on Java. Mind you, I've only been following you for like 3 months or something. So... I'm always... Which room? Yeah. I'm actually looking at my face right now. I don't want to look at my face. I've seen... Yep. I was lurking. Thank you so much for the raid. I'm not banned, just a hiccup on my internet wouldn't let me. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I get that. I have similar with my internet sometimes. It doesn't let me connect to a server because of bad ping, and it's like, sorry, it's not stable enough. You can't connect, and I'm going, what is this? Because I'm Australian? God damn it! It's because I'm Australian. Thank you so much for the raid, Silver. Genuinely, like seriously, thank you so much. Thank you. Lots for the raid. Really appreciate bringing on all the homies. For those who've come down, if you're familiar with Silver, we build big. We build really big. So this build here has taken me about 9 months to build. And then the garden on the outside, which we started a bit over a month ago, so 10 months. You like Crocraft a lot, so I'm in better... Oh, I feel that. I feel that, yeah. It's like, just because I prefer to drive my SS, you know, my big LS1 V8, just because I prefer to drive it practically and enjoyably, I'd rather drive my Navara because I have more fun in it. Even though I do prefer the SS. The SS is a fucking V8 and it's crazy fun to drive. But driving the Utes just more practical, and it's just a lot more. It's got a lot more things to it. So just yeah, I can understand on a slightly different angle. It's like, just because there might be better people there. A lot of it's the people. You like the analogy? Yay! I'm glad. I thought you might, because I do. You drive fast. I remember you've actually told... I think you've told me what you drive. I swear you've told me what you drive. But I know, because you got the, yes, it's fast, no, you cannot drive it. And every time I look at that, I just sit there and stare at it and go, I need that sticker on my car. I need that sticker on my car. Yes, it is fast. No, you cannot drive it. So this is my Hall of Fame. As a lot of people do on Twitch, they, get Hall of Fame. So when you get like a week of watch time and stuff, you can get yourself a plot. An example would be Lizzie Potatoes. So you can get, your armor. A lot of people have got their own custom hardcore hearts and things like that. Or even not necessarily hardcore hearts, just their own custom variation of a heart. You get custom floors. You get your birthdays. The longer you're in, the more armor stands you get. You can get pets. Well, yeah, it's just a really, really cool thing. And in order to accommodate all of these areas, I needed a very, very big building. A very big building. Oi, that might actually be part of my influence. I find that a lot of my influences are very subliminal. Like, I'll be playing and I'll go, I want to build this, and I'll build it. Oh, it's actually, no, a better example is when I was I've done it on guitar twice to my exact knowledge, and more outside of my knowledge. This one time I wrote this really cool song and I'm playing and I'm like, dude, this song fucking goes hard. This is so cool. And I'm playing it and I started getting through it. The next day I was listening to Megadeth, and I was listening to Megadeth's... Oh, shit. What's the name of the bloody song? I can't remember the name of the song, but I was listening to it going, oh, shit. I didn't write a new song. I just wrote Megadeth. All I had done was literally, somewhere in my head, I'd heard Megadeth, and then I started playing a tune in my head, and then came across the exact same tune because I'd heard it subliminally somewhere else. I'm like, you brought... And I do the same in building. I do the same in building. You see something, you don't know where you saw it, you don't know how it's come to be, but it's influenced me somehow. So now what I'm saying is I'm going to have to go watch Star Wars again. I actually was thinking that the other day. I haven't watched Star Wars in ages. Hey, Silver, if you've got a raid and run... Oh, I hope your holiday was good too. I hope you had a good holiday, because you only just got back last week, from memory. But yeah, if you need to raid and run, grab yourself something to eat, drink, sleep, stretch your legs, grab your meds, go to bed. Make sure you do what it is you got to do. It's probably reasonably late for you. Yeah, that's right. It's probably reasonably late for you. I'm trying to think, yeah, because the last time you came in, yeah, you were telling me you were going on holidays, and I didn't actually find out how that went. I love accidental inspirations, yeah. That's it. It's unfortunate when you realise that it's an exact copy. Tornado. What do you call it? Something tornado. Can't remember the name of the song now. But yeah, like I don't mind inspiration. I just don't like it when I make a like for like replica, because then it is very much like people just sit there and go, "Oh, that's exactly the same. Did you copy this?" And you're going, "Oh, damn it! I thought it was being original." I actually remember. It's funny. So like, I remember it was years ago. We were listening to Blink-182. No worries. Thank you again so much for the raid, guys. If you're not following Silver, hit that follow button. Silver's a cracked crafter. Does mega builds and really quite a vibe. Honestly, I like just chilling there. It's really chill. It's really chill. But yeah, guys, make sure to hit the follow button, and thank you again so much for the raid. Genuinely, like, yeah, thank you. Yeah, but I was saying, like, I was talking to my brother years ago. This is back when Blink-182 was big, back in their fucking their take off the pants and jackets day. Back then, right? And we're listening to Aliens Exist. And I was like, man, this is the dumbest song. And I remember my brother just saying, yeah, well, there's nothing to sing about anymore. You can't be original anymore. Everything's already been sung. Everything's already been done. And I remember taking that and going, oh yeah, no, you got a point, yeah. And then as years went on, we started learning about the Simpsons theory. If you don't know the Simpsons theory, it is that it doesn't matter what you do, Simpsons already did it. It's already been done. Doesn't matter what you do in life, somebody else has already done it. And it kind of came down to, yeah, Simpsons did it. Because Simpsons did a lot. It's a huge fucking franchise, so it's done a lot of different things. So that's where it's like, oh yeah, Simpsons did it. And that kind of solidified it. And then as you get older, you start to really look at it and you go, well, that was a load of crock. Because in the past, well, 25 years since that album, I've come up with a lot of new creativities. There's been a lot of new things that I've never seen before. There's been a lot of things that I never would have imagined. There has been so many things that dreams couldn't have achieved. You know, you just... So you do. You sit there and you think to yourself, it's all been done before. What can I do? Everyone's already done it. No. Nah, there's plenty. So, it is just like, oh, but everyone's already done it before. It's like, no, you just, I don't want to sound rude, but you kind of sounds like you lack imagination. When people say, I got nothing to build, I don't know what to do, it's like, no, I understand. Sometimes I'm the same. But it's not that it's all been done before. It's not that there's no original content available. It's none of that. A great example of something new that you would never think of would be, there's a guy on YouTube, and I fucking love him, he's great. And he does cooking tutorials with no words. And it's the fucking funniest thing ever. He just grunts. He would just use his hand, and he would just go, and hold, 2 fingers up and point at the microwave. And you're like, oh, okay, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes. It's the most primitive, like, this should not be good content. But the thing is, though, it was different. Somebody found something that nobody had ever done before. Whether it was, and it was like, oh shit, and it worked. I actually fucking love those videos. They're so fucking funny. Because it's the most simple things that... somebody in the comments explained it once. I think it was something about, like, it doesn't matter how intelligent you are, everybody understands caveman. And it was so good. It was just like, yeah, no, that's the point. It doesn't matter if you're from a foreign country. It doesn't matter if you have language skill, like, problems. It doesn't matter if you know, because there's no real communication. It's just grunting and pointing and, you know. So it's just fantastic. It hits literally. It's like Mr. Bean. It doesn't matter how old you are, what language you spoke to laugh at the guy. It was just dumb. It was fun. Oh, this one's in a river. Is it? Yep. I was like, why does this tree look like it's got bad thingies? And that'll be why. Look, it's almost done this one bit. Oh, I tell you what. This is one of those projects where I sit there and I go, why do I do this to myself? This is going to take forever. Look how many trees there are. Okay, now I can actually see, does it look like there's too many trees? Or is this... Because... Nah, that's not too many trees. It does look like a lot. But... Man. I mean, like, I could try and... What if I cut down? Nah. Nah, then it would be too open. I reckon this is... It's so hard to see if I've missed some floor. It's like, have I placed one there? Have I placed one there? Why does that one look like it's missing? And doing gestures is more understood than a very... Yeah. It's funny, and here I am constantly every day trying to make sure that I articulate my words and pronunciate and enunciate, make sure everything's clear, communication is key. Meanwhile, there's somebody out there who's proven that you don't even need to grunt. And it's like, you rotten little... I've been wasting all this time on elocution lessons. Is this Avatar? It is Avatar. Why don't I know this song? Today feels one of those days where the clock is moving really slowly. That sounds weird, but no, genuinely. It's moving slowly. Like, as in... Like, every time I look at the clock, I'm sitting here going, is it really only... We've been... Is that right? Is it... Like, I just sitting there feeling like I've already been live for, you know, like 3 hours. And it's been, you know, almost 2. You'd like that simplicity? Yeah, no, honestly, I would too. And in a lot of ways, I do actually employ that simplicity. Like, and a lot of us actually do unknowingly, right? Have you ever just said to somebody, oi, and pointed? Because I know I have. You know, you just sit there and just, you know, like, for instance, let's say that somebody drops their bubblegum wrapper on the ground. So you go, oi! And you point at the bubblegum wrapper. I didn't, I could have grunted to get their attention, but no, I used the word oi. Fair enough. That's probably the most... But that's exactly what caveman language is. It's just... We don't need to understand... 안녕하세요. I don't need to understand any other language or anything like that to understand that when somebody is giving me a bad look and pointing at something, that's something I need to address. So I know that we all actually do this from day to day. Even like other times, like when, for instance, somebody goes, oi, you feel like McDonald's? And instead of going, I actually don't feel like McDonald's today. For some reason, that just doesn't seem to tickle my fancy. Instead of saying that, you know what you do? You go, nah. Now that ain't fucking any language I know. That's just, you're literally just, you sound like a fucking villager, Minecraft villager. But in the same way, it's universally understood what that means. We know that means, nah, not really. Whichever way you may perceive that to be. But, so we all actually already employ caveman every day. Trying to think of other ones. You could even let's say somebody comes inside and you don't even say a word to them. You just look at them, they look at you, you acknowledge each other, and then you point at your hat. And that person immediately goes, sorry. And then they take their hat off. And you're sitting there going, what just happened? And it's just like, well, that person there just directed to that person, told them, hat, look at what's on your head. And then the other person knew, oh, yeah, I shouldn't be wearing this inside. Yeah, good point. My bad. Thank you. Nobody needed to say the word hat. Nobody needs to address each other. Nobody needs to... So we all do use caveman. It's just on what level of caveman. Maybe we're not doing the violent hand gestures and the violent grunts and the primitive fucking traits, but the communication level, it's something that we all settle back on as humans. It's and it comes with it's not just even with caveman. It's just actually, it's honestly with everything. It's in our best interest to be able to communicate the message the most efficiently, which means the least amount of ambiguity and all those other things. So trying to make it simple. I mean, unless you work for the government, in which case you got to cover your ass on every base. But then, nah. No. Memory. Pretty close to... Yeah, it is. That's what I mean. Like, okay, yeah, it's not exactly a grunt, but oi. No. Nope. It's just kind of like, when somebody asks you a question and you just go, what? It's like that there's pretty much a grunt as well. You could have said, oh, sorry, mate. Or, excuse me. Or, what can I do for you, mate? Or anything like that. But you just instead decided to do the most rudest, simple possible thing. And you go, what? And it's just like, wow. Shit, okay, you don't want to talk. You might as well have just gone, meh. So yeah, everybody is subject to it. And we do want to do that. Like, everyone tries to be... A great example of that is the omnibus. Why would anybody call it an omnibus? That just takes too much energy, too much effort. It's an extra 2 syllables. For what? So, humans, we try to make things as easy as possible and short, make sure communications. So now we just call it a bus. It's easy. It's efficient. Middle finger is not so suggestive. I wouldn't call that violent at all. Calling the middle finger violent is like saying me calling you a poofter is violent. That is a subjective thought. And is not violence. That's just subjective. You know, that is entirely subjective. When I say violent, I mean like somebody's threatening you and you feel like your life is in danger. Type of violence. Not, oh, he hurt my feelings because he said, oh, we had skill issues. That's called being a bitch. And I don't care. Facts don't care for your feelings. But, yeah, sorry, honestly, somebody getting offended by the middle finger is like when somebody gets offended by getting called a cunt. And it's just like, really? That's what offended you? Getting called a cunt. You can't say that word around me. Why not? Because you're upset that it's accurate? I don't know. Like, what are you so upset about? Like, I'm sorry, but if you can't handle that, that's not, yeah, that's not hostile. That's not violent. That's just, it's funny, yeah. You'll have a bunch of these like boomers who'll sit there and go, kids these days, they get offended by everything. And then they'll absolutely lose their fucking shit if you call them a cunt or say fuck in front of them. They just get completely sideways on themselves, like, oh, you just, and it's like, and you guys call me touchy and say we're too soft, bro. You probably you probably didn't want to sit next to the bus next to a black person, and you want to tell me that kids are easily offended? Fuck off, cunt. Oh, I'm sorry, did that offend you? Oh, and I'm the offended one. Do you think dragging a thumb across one's neck is a legit threat? No, yeah, that is, yeah, that one is, yeah. That one is a threat. That one is, yeah, because that one there is saying to you, I'm going to do something. But going like that to somebody is like me saying, fuck you. And if you can't handle that, then fucking leave. Hey, Tempest. Hi, welcome in. Thumbs out in general. Like, yeah, that one's... Like, saying that that's violent is the same as saying that that is endearing, in a sense of like, okay, you can now judge a person's personality and their level of threat based on the fact that they held up their thumb. Oh, well, he gave me the finger, so I know he's hostile. And it's like, really? So when somebody gives you the middle finger, that's an all-out black and white threat. But if somebody gives you the thumbs up, you're not going to look at them like they're gospel. Strange. Burn. But yeah, so no, but Talking Caveman is, it's right up there. I mean, like, there's literally an entire language, Pony Pokey, whatever it is. Fuck. Pokey Toki, or whatever. I can't remember what it's fucking called now off the top of my head. Which tried to simplify everything, and I actually really respect that. I actually really, really love the language. I don't know fuck all. Tokipona. And I want to, like, I've always wanted to get involved in it because it's just so, but then I just kind of, yeah, it's also very, it's a brand new language to learn. I'm more interested in it than, like, Tokipona's, I think the reason I don't find any drive to study it is because it's non-heritage. It's a brand new post-modern, you know, kind of like Klingon or Gold or or anything like that. It's very, like, the fact that people can come up with these is very insanely interesting. I remember I watched this video of this one guy who wrote an entire language for gorillas based on the gorillas' sound abilities. Now, is it applicable? No, the gorillas wouldn't use it. But the fact is they were able to, with their limited amount of sounds and everything, make an entire language communication thing. And it was just like, holy shit. So yeah, the human brain is amazing with creativity. People say that everything's been done before. Fuck off. You ever made a language for silverback gorillas? You know? Like, it's quite incredible. But just because they are interesting and very skilled and stuff, it doesn't have any heritage to it. It's got no history. It's got no... See, a lot of what I look for is, a lot of things I look for is, yeah, like, how it ties back to the anthropology and stuff and history. Like, why do I speak this language and why have I evolved in this way compared to somebody else from the Northern Hemisphere or something? And I can't really, it's not real world applicable, I think, is the, you know, like, if you learn Klingon, you can't apply that to when you go to Asia. If you learn Toki Pona, you can't apply that when you go to Europe. If you meet somebody from the fucking Pacific Islands, you know, learning Goa'uld isn't going to help. None of these languages are real world applicable, and I think that's why I don't have as much of a desire to learn those ones. But I do find them to be very, very interesting. It sort of has something that can instantly burn a Tokipono speaker. What? Put as moo or something, then by just letting out an annoyed long moo, you basically told them, I just hear noise. It's a very simplified language. I don't fully grasp it, but it's kind of like, in English, we've got so many redundancies. It's ridiculous. Like, why am I saying I'm going to the house or a house when theoretically, based on the situation, that information has already been divulged? You know? So why are we saying that? Why don't we just say I'm going house? Why don't we just say I go house? Oh, but punctuality, but grammar. Did you understand what I said? I said I go house. You know? I didn't need to add any additional information. Like, if any additional information was required, it would have been added. Like, I go Stuart house. Oh, okay, so you're not going to your house, you're going to go to Stuart's place. Yeah, right, got you covered. I know what you're talking about. So, like, there's a lot of... English has got so many redundancies. Like, why do we say the red house when we can just go red house? There's only, you know... Like, for instance, oh, look at that tree. Which tree? That oak tree. Why do we say that oak tree? We only need to say oak tree. It's because of redundancies in the English language. And yeah, there's heaps of them. Man. Thank you for the follow there, Cake. Welcome in. Hi. We're talking about languages for... I can't remember why we got into the subject, but we're talking about them. And it's something I can get involved with, so... I'm trying to think about that. What languages did we say that we weren't going to... I can't remember how I started talking about Toki Pona. I swear I was on another... I was talking about... What language did we get onto with that? I don't know. Caveman? Yeah, I'm just...
Ladies and gentlemen,
just trying to figure it out.
I'm your DJ.
Hello, DJ. Come on, my head does not keep up. I can't even, like, answer a question on chat and then look back at chat and know what I'm talking about without forgetting about my train of thought. It's fantastic. What does that do? Plays a sound alert that says, well, that you are now hosting. Sounds like you are unfamiliar with the reference. That one actually blows my mind, how people will, like, you know, redeem something and then go, what did I just do? And I'm just sitting here going, yeah, it wasn't, but just when people do that, like, oh, let me click this button. What does it do? It's like, why did you click it? That one always blows my mind. When song requests, what genre do you like? Well, you won't get a song request because it's broken. It's broken, but I listen to everything. I'm eclectic. I listen to everything except for the shit. I don't listen to bad music, only good music. So yeah, as long as it's good music. Ooh. Yeah, well, that's another one I've got to figure out how to remove, but yeah. One day I'll figure out how to actually get back into fixing this stream up without just starting a brand new channel. But they have really good music. I know Red Hot Chili Peppers. I think I know them a bit more than you would think I do. I used to Snow. The song Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers is one of my favourite warm-up songs on guitar. It's good. Snow is fucking crazy. It's so hard. I remember when I first listened to Red Hot Chili Peppers back in the fucking 90s. And I was like, these guys are weird. What's with their album cover? It's just these lips. It was weird, man. I'm like, I don't... They were different, eh? Red Hot Chili Peppers, they're good. They got personality. And what's his name? Steve? Not Steve. Their drummer. Ah, fuck. I love him. He's just got this... He's just the most casual dad. Yeah, what's the drummer's name? I can't remember. Is it Steve? Not Steve. It's,
Hi.
I can't remember the fucking... what his name is, but... Oh, he's just, you know, he's just so chill. He's just an 80s kid type thing. He's just the most chill bloke. And you're like, bro, you're the drummer for... Chad. Oh, that's where I got the S from. Chad Smith. Yeah. He just doesn't seem like a drummer, you know? Like, you look at Mike Portnoy. You know, he looks like a drummer. You look at Joey Jordison. Looks like a drummer. You look at Travis Barker. Looks like a drummer. And then you look at Chad Smith. Looks like a baseball player. Or a dad who likes lots of different sports. He looks like a sports dad. Come on, he looks like an NFL coach or something. He does not look like a fucking drummer. But no, I like Red Hot Chili Peppers. They go alright. They're definitely not music I can listen to long periods of time. I find the music to be a bit too... I guess they could be like Tool, though. I love Tool. But I can't listen to Tool back to front. Because it gets too much for me. Because when I listen to music, I don't listen to music the same way most people do. Like, I study the shit out of it. So, like, listening to Tool, I'm spending the whole time trying to count this time signature or find the polyrhythm or listen for where the maths are. You know, something like that. And same with any prog band, which I would include... I don't know if I would include Red Hot Chili Peppers as prog. Alternative? I don't know. But they're definitely not like main... I wouldn't go new, I wouldn't go alternative, but they are different, eh? Cake? No chance. That reminds me, I've got to get onto the pile of blocks. That reminds me, I do. I've got to start putting those blocks onto the pile. And then I've got to rewrite the rules again on the redemption. Yeah, I'm going to be rewriting the rules on the redemption to, just to really outline how people are going to get scammed. Easy to get, just like I asked. I don't care. You're getting scammed. Do I do it in game? Yes, I do. I actually have a pile of blocks. Now, tell me, is a cake a block? Is cake a block? I didn't ask for a Minecraft item, did I? Does it say Minecraft item or does it say block? It is a block. Ah. Place. Oh, it's placeable. Oh, so that makes it a block. Ah. Did you know, true story cake, no viewer who's ever fought with me has ever won? Did you know that? True story. Not a single person who's ever fought with me as a viewer has actually come out on top. Did you know that? What I'm saying is, don't pick a fight with me. You won't win. And if you get butthurt, I'm laughing. That's one of my favourite things is when I see a Timmy come into stream and get upset because they're entitled. But no, cake is not a block. Cake is not a block. Same as stairs. It's like you gotta really word these things for the... This is exactly why... I was saying this before, this is why like basic communication does struggle when you get into like government and stuff like that, because you get a retard who sits there and tries to, you know, find a loophole. Oh, but you didn't say, and it's like, oh, I didn't think I had to. I thought common sense dictated that you know, I also didn't tell you to wipe your ass. So you telling me you're walking around with a bit of, you know, with a fucking dangling particle? Like... kids. iPad kids. That's what it is. Are you an iPad kid? You sound like an iPad kid. You know, one of the ones where mum and dad were too busy working, so they just threw the iPad at you and said, "Here's your babysitter," and they never actually, you know, parented you. You sound like one. Left in, begs the question. Oh, damn it. I missed the fucking ads. I just went, I need to pee. Oh, man. You know, my favorite thing about these viewers is when they, you know, they do pick a fight for a little bit and then they leave and it's just like, oh, man, it wasn't even worth my time. Bored and every time I look for you, the sun goes down. Never around. The sun goes down once more. Please shut the door. So, okay, there you go. Interesting. Always do find that stuff interesting, you know, like when people come in and, you know, annoy the streamer and shit, act like they're, oh, but I redeemed it, you owe me. Or they get upset because the streamer's not doing what they want them to do. I asked you to drink water. Oh, that's fucking great. I don't care. There's one. No, it's that one. In the past, I need to pee. In spite of everything, every time I look for you, the sun goes down. Never around. Every time I look for you, the sun goes down once more. Never around. Every time I look, the sun goes down. You're the last one out, please shut the door. This is, I think, the first song I heard by In Flames. It's a woodless treat. Yeah, well, I ran out of oak apparently on that one in particular spot. I've run out of oak. You see my oak problem I'm having? Okay, so last night I got a bunch of... I got 4 shulkers of oak leaves and half a shulker of... And we've done this much. So if that was like 3 shulkers... We'll say that was like 2... Yeah. Look, they're getting there. The little popsicles. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. You think you're so funny. Guys, I really need to pee. I know it's not ad break time, but apparently I missed my need to pee. So, if anybody needs to grab yourself something to eat, drink, sleep, stretch your legs, grab a meds, go to bed, make sure you guys do what you deserve to do. We're going to be right back after these. Well, there's no ads. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. And I've removed Pile of Blocks. I will be deleting Pile of Blocks Redemptions from my stream. I'll probably end up digging it all up soon. So thank you to everybody who participated, and everybody who decided to fuck me. Fuck you for ruining a good thing. Thank you. Thank you for ruining a good thing. Hey Punisher, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. On your empty door, I'm the hand of God, I'm the dark Messiah, I'm the vengeful one. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, you know I wasn't going to put on there. You know I'm fucking sick of everyone trying to fuck me over and trying to be funny. It's over. We removed the blurps because they kept getting abused, because people kept using them while I was playing half-heart hardcore. Nevada was probably the worst for it. We keep playing gas sounds while I was inside the nether fortress. People keep coming in, they keep trying to fuck me over with a pile of blocks. Oh, pick this block. No. Oh, and then they whinge about it. And because of those people who whinge about it, and make my life hard, and give me static, and make it anxious for me, and make it unenjoyable for me, when somebody comes in and tries to make a casual joke, I can't handle it. Because it's not funny. Because it's not fucking funny. Because to me, it is seriously anxiety inducing, and I'm fucking over it. This is the biggest hesitation I have towards opening up the Architect. Is there's going to be some ungrateful, entitled piece of shit who's going to sit there and make it and ruin it for everybody. So yeah, blurps we've got removed because they got abused, and now the pile of blocks has been removed. What do people want to remove next? What do people want me to remove next? I could just not stream. We could do that. We could just not stream. Ba-ba-da-dum. All right, guys. See you guys next time. Thanks for coming down. Peace.